Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, and we are back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 148 scale Hasegawa F-86F. And so this is a kit that I've seen quite a few people build, well, this and other variations of the Hasegawa F-86, and I don't know that I've ever seen like a bad result with this kit. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like I had to kind of judge for myself. Now there are quite a few different F-86 kits out there on the market today. This is being kind of like the older of the group, and if you've been following my channel for a long time, you'll know that I've never really had a good relationship with Hasegawa before, but I am slowly changing that and giving Hasegawa a try and kind of making myself more available to Hasegawa as a kit brand. And I must say I'm quite impressed with this kit. And I think one of the things that really jumps out at me is that on a lot of the areas and details that count, there is a very nice lack of ejector pin marks. One thing I will say about this kit, and I don't know if it's because of the age, but because all of the sprues were packaged together in one bag, there is a lot of like surface damage on a lot of the kits, or on a lot of the parts. And that's unfortunate, especially for an aircraft that's meant to be in a natural metal finish. So if that is something that you find with your versions of the kit as well, that will have to be taken care of. Cockpit detail is nice. You get a pilot with 2 different helmet styles. The seat, obviously you can see here there's large ejector pin markings on that. Contrary to what I just said a moment ago, the seat is designed to have the pilot in it. So if you're going to be doing a version of the build without the pilot, you might want to invest in an aftermarket seat. The exhaust and intake areas do have ejector pin marks, but that's fairly common and will need to be taken care of. The first stage compressor and exhaust turbine detail is really nice, and surprisingly you actually get some external stores with this kit as well. Again, you can see here how a lot of the surface of the wings, for example, is pretty marred up, and that's really unfortunate on a kit that's going to be having a metal surface. And because you're going to have to take care of that, you're going to have to clean that up and polish it and make it look nice before you start laying down any metallics. Otherwise, they're just going to like stand out like a sore thumb. Overall surface detail of the kit is really nice. Panel lines are crisp and sharp. There's good rivet detail, panel line detail, all that stuff. You do get a pair of really early sidewinders. I couldn't tell you which versions. You get drop tanks that have 2 different styles of fins, so that's kind of interesting. And and that's it. But honestly, the F-86 really wasn't known for external stores. The clear parts were bagged separately from the rest of the parts. However, even still, there is a little bit of visible damage on the main canopy. Otherwise, they're pretty clear, pretty thin, and very little distortion. So overall, like, the kit itself looks nice. I think it's just unfortunate. And again, I don't know if it's because of the age, but the parts do have some visible damage to them. Decals look really nice. I don't have a huge amount of experience with Hasegawa decals, so I'm not really in a position to say one way or another if these are good or bad or whatever. The colors seem a little muted to me compared to images that I saw online, but it is what it is. Instructions: the construction of the aircraft is pretty straightforward. Starting with the cockpit, you do all the internal stuff, the intake, exhaust, that kind of stuff. Get your fuselage halves put together. Then you work on the wings, the wheels, and then like all the tiny little bits. So pretty straightforward. It looks good. Definitely going to have to give this one a try. The F-86 is an iconic aircraft and one that I don't have enough of in my collection. So yeah, I think it looks interesting. I think it looks like a worthwhile kit. I have seen a lot of people build this up to great results. There's a lot of aftermarket out there available for it. So definitely one that I think you should add to your stash if you are a fan of the Sabre. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you all on the next video. And a final shout out to my patrons. Thank you to them for supporting the channel. Bye everyone.